video of this, but then someone said that it was not what they were looking for, that it was maybe a little confusing or something. So I thought we would go ahead and do a detailed training on entering these trades. Now I want to give everyone just a couple of minutes. I like to get started very promptly so that we can get on with the show. But I realize that it takes everyone just a minute to get on. And that's so funny. Thank you, Crystal. So anyway, I like to get started promptly, but I know that everyone's trying to get on. So we're going to give everybody a few minutes. Now, I do want to advise you guys to get on early when you can, because this webinar every single week maxes out. We only have space for 100 people. So what happens once it reaches 100, then the additional people that try to get on can't, and then we have leaders and people that are on that'll jump off so that a few more people can get on. But until that point, you know, here in the near future, we'll probably have to bump up our plan that we have with them and go ahead. But we're already at 60, and here in just a few minutes it typically starts maxing out. But we'll keep a close eye on that, and we're going to go ahead and let everyone get on here. I'll start by 8:05, and so let's just check our chat. Everyone, you can check the Zoom chat, and let's see. Crystal Myers says hello, everyone. You should be able to hear me. Everyone should be able to hear me right now. If you can, let me know. Hello from Trisha, to our evening, to our fellow traders. Fantastic. Everyone, hope everyone has a great day. And Nicole, you're good. You're good. Just keep an eye on everything for now. Nicole is faithful. That is for sure. Thank you, Nicole. All right. So what I'd like to see too is, hey, there's Aaron from Detroit. And Dr. J is going to be in Detroit on January 30th. So if anyone has anybody in the Detroit area, if you are in the Detroit area, you definitely don't want to miss that. That's going to be an awesome evening with Dr. Jewel Tankard. And hey, there's Jen from Ghana. Welcome, Jen. All right. Now, I know it is probably about 2 a.m. or I don't know what time it is in Ghana right now, but I know you guys are a few hours ahead of us. I actually have someone from London getting on. It's going to be about 2 a.m. Oh, there you go, Jim. It's 2 a.m. That's what I was thinking. So, so that is dedication right there, guys. You know, we do have this recorded, but a lot of people have questions and they like to get on live. Hello, everyone from Katina. Ah, Sensei. Hello. How are you? Let's see. All right, so make sure that you guys can see the chat group, and that way if we have any questions, I'll kind of keep my eye on that chat ever so often when I go through this. So this is going to be very basic, and I will let you know that I ran out of time making my PowerPoint this afternoon. I was really wanting to add some more slides, but I get so doggone specific and detailed that it just gets so long. And so I will do my very best. And if, oh, I'm breaking up. Okay. Does everybody, am I breaking up for everyone? Okay, Stacy said it sounds clear. All right, all right. Katina, you might want to double check your Wi-Fi or something. Okay, good. All right. Okay, everybody, we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you all for being on tonight. I'm looking forward to doing what I can to help you. Our goal is to have happy, successful, money-making traders with IML. This is just fantastic. I tell you, this is one of the best things that I have ever done, other than meeting Jesus and my husband. This is absolutely, oh, and having my boys. I can't leave them out. But this is, business-wise, this is absolutely the best thing I've ever done. This is just, I can't even imagine. My husband and I just are dreaming. You know, it's so nice to dream again with your spouse, your family. And so this is absolutely one of those things where, you know, we feel like God placed this in our path, you know, the right time, the right season. And this has absolutely been a wonderful blessing to us. And guys, I was just telling my husband, I'm going to tell you really quick before I get started. We were in Dallas. Oh, not this weekend. I had date weekend with my husband this past weekend. What a nice time we had. We spent downtown Dallas, and we had such a wonderful time, and all kinds of cool restaurants and things that we went to see and everything. So that was so nice. But anyway, the weekend before, of course, we had the big Dallas training, and you're not going to believe this. There's this young guy that I think he's like 23 years old, and he has been with IML for a little bit over a year. And he was on the stage telling us his story about not graduating from high school, his mom and everybody telling him he was a bum. He did end up, you know, getting a young lady pregnant and didn't have a place to live. They slept in the car in like Baltimore or somewhere really cold with the snow outside, freezing, living in their car, when this opportunity with IML came up. And if it's my understanding, he'd never done anything like this before. And guys, this just makes my heart just leap with joy and expectation, because this young man, his last name's Godfrey, but I cannot for the life of me remember his first name. This young man is now making, and this is no joke, no exaggeration, is now making $100,000 a month. I mean, can you say hallelujah? That is fantastic. That's $1.2 million a year. This young man 1 year ago was living in his car. And, you know, I was, you know, telling my husband about this, and he said, you know, this is the way you're telling this. You know, he's homeless with his pregnant girlfriend, living in the car in Baltimore with the snow, and there must have been zombies around, because this story just keeps getting worse and worse. But then, bam, he's now making $100,000 a month with IML. So, guys, if, you know, again, if this young man can do it, you can do it, and I can do it. We all can do it. This opportunity is here. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you that. That was very exciting. So I'm going to get on with this now. We have reached maximum capacity of 100. And so everyone stay on. Don't get off. If you do, you may not be able to get back on. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing started. I just wanted to give everyone time to get on. And we are now 10 minutes past the hour, so I've went a little long here with my excitement. All right, everybody, we are going to work on getting some trades entered into your cell phone. If my computer will, let's see, let me close this over here. All right. So the first thing that you all normally get is this alert from your phone that says that there's a new swipe trade alert. I would like for you to do something. As soon as you receive that alert and you open up your app, the very first thing I want you to do is select the refresh button. Because sometimes when we open our app, it's still showing the previous trade. So if you will just select that refresh button first, then you can make sure that you're getting the most current trade. A lot of people will tell me that they open the app and they didn't see the most current trade, and that is why. So as soon as you open it, refresh it. All right. Then you will see something that looks like this. It's a signal from iMarkets Live, or it might say Justin Adams Investments or something to that effect, whatever. Whoever the trader is that came up with the trade, it's going to be here. And one of the things that I really want you to take a look at is the timestamp. You know, if you open this up and it says it was 1 hour ago or 14 hours ago or whatever, you want to double check before you proceed into entering this trade, because if it was too long ago, then you're going to want to look at the signal, and we'll go over that in just a second, and we'll decide whether or not it's still in play or if it's already been in effect and it's too late to put it in. Honestly, guys, if you will make sure that on your cell phone you've got notifications for swipe trades on, it's set so that it'll alert your phone with a sound and that it'll stay on your phone until you swipe it away, then you're going to be more apt to get that and enter it in right away. Now, one thing I noticed today was that I had my swipe trades on my iPad and on my iPhone. Well, I went and I thought, you know, I'm not getting any notifications. So I looked at my iPad and it was getting the notifications. And for some reason, since it was getting them, they weren't coming to my cell phone. So I deleted it off of my iPad. And so that way I just had it coming to my phone. And immediately the next trade that came through, it came to my phone, opened it, hit the refresh button, and bam, there it was, the GBP AUD trade that he just sent out this evening. So again, the first thing you want to do when you get to this page is check your signal, and then you're going to hit the accept button. All right. Now, I know Justin does a training. We have a video on how to use swipe trades. So I'm not really doing a training on swipe trades app. I'm doing a training on how to enter it on your cell phone. All right. So accept. Once you do that, there's going to be a, let me move some stuff around on my screen here. Okay, so once you get to that point, it's going to open it up, and this is two different trades, I know, guys, but I was just trying to get images that would work for our presentation. So the first thing you'll see at the top are images, and these images just correlate to the notes that they have down at the bottom that tell you about the trade, you know, what pattern they're using to come up with this trade. They also tell you about what time frame. You'll notice it says the time frame. A lot of times when I send a signal out, I get questions that says, well, what time frame is it? Well, it doesn't really matter. The reason why he's giving you time frame is so that if you want to go do the analysis yourself, then you can go to that time frame, but it doesn't have anything to do with actually entering the trade. I enter all of my trades on the M5 or the M1, mostly the M5. But I wanted to make sure that you guys know that the time frame is there for analysis purposes. So anyway, you'll see these trade information, and this is where he gives us the symbol, the time frame. He lets us know what the type is, whether it's a buy or a sell. He gives us the entry price, and he'll tell us if it's a market execution. Like over here, it says market. So that means that it is not a pending order, but it's an instant order. And if he has a price here that he's telling you it's around this price, it doesn't, if it's a market execution, you're more than likely not going to be able to enter at the exact same price that he has right here, but he's letting you know it should be very close to this. If it's very far from this, then you may have missed the trade opportunity. But if he has a buy or a sell stop or a buy or sell limit, then that's a pending order. Again, you have to be relatively close to the time that he executed this. Now, we have had trades that maybe didn't hit or trigger for 1 to 2 or 3 hours. I have some trades that haven't triggered all day, but for the most part, you want to be in the habit of keeping your eye on these alerts, getting them entered immediately, because I missed a UJ, like I don't know if it was last week or the week before. Man, I just missed it by minutes, and that baby took off. I wish I'd have been in that one for sure. So anyway, the trade type tells you if it's a buy or sell, the entry price, and then sometimes he'll have an entry price too. So what that means is, you know, if this is a buy, it might mean, hey, this price might keep going down before it goes up. Or if it was a sell, he might tell you, look, price may go up more before it comes down and triggers to do this drop. So what you want to do is take a look at where you're at, depending on what volume, what lot size you're using, what your risk management is, on whether you want to enter with the entry price 1 or 2. Also, you can just keep a close eye on it. And if you notice that you have the entry price 1, but maybe it's going to be a buy, but the price keeps dropping, and you say, you know what, I think I'll just kind of hold off and watch this and see anywhere between this price and the entry price 2 price you can get in before it starts moving back up. Anyway, I know that's probably a lot more information than what you were expecting on that. So, of course, at all times, we like to keep our risk between 1% and 3%. I did do an extensive training last week on how to calculate that 1% to 3%. We did a lot of calculations on that. So if you need to watch that, go back and watch last week's training on calculating risk management. Then he has our stop loss. And we're going to actually, I'm going over this here, but I'm going to show you on the phone in a minute how we enter these numbers. So then he has the stop loss. And of course, what that means is if the trade does go in the opposite direction that we want it to go in, then where are we going to stop our loss? And I was just talking today on the traders chat and said, listen, guys, you know, everybody has losses. It's just part of trading, you know. But if we lost 3 and won 3, you know, we would still be ahead in profit, because if you allow your trades to hit take profit and you allow them to hit stop loss, our profits are normally, I start to say always, but our profits are generally 25, 50, 75, or 100 pips. Whereas our losses are usually, you know, 25, maybe 50 pips. Now, we do have some big swing trades that we have 100 pips stop loss on, but our take profit on those are 400 pips. So it's a 1 to 4, and you always use like a 0.01 or something on something like that. But anyway, so I just want to kind of go over that. Make sure you go to last week's training that I did on figuring the 1% to 3% risk management. Let's see. Now, here's something that I get asked a lot, and that's a take profit 1, take profit 2, and a take profit 3. Which one do I put in? Well, you know what? If you want to be uber safe, and you know, you say, I think I just want to go and take this take profit 1. Well, let's just calculate really quick. If we got in at 85.33, I'm sorry, if we get out at 85.33 and we got in at 85.63, well, that's 30 pips profit, okay? So if you want to just get in on a little bit safer, you know, less risk for you, where you feel like you can just do 30 pips, that's great. The other thing that you can do is put in your take profit 3 and then have a alarm set we talked about call levels last week, and it's an app that you can pull up on your phone. It's free, and you can say, hey, listen, I'm going to put this take profit 3 in my trade, but I want the phone to ring me when I get to 85.33, and I can take a look. Maybe I can move my stop loss up, you know, whatever you want to do to secure your profits, you can do that. That's actually what I do. I put in take profit 3, and then I set call alerts or call levels for the take profit 1 and take profit 2, so that I can take a peek and see, what is this trade doing? Do I want to continue? Do I want to move my stop loss up into, you know, closer to this profit zone? What do I want to do to, you know, so I can continue? Because I want to get the most out of my trade that I can. And let's see, that app is called Call Levels, and it's free. All right. We're going to see the notes or comments later. We're actually going to talk about those more detailed in just a few minutes. All right. So I've got on the left side, I have an Android, which I have to let you know, I am an Android dummy. I don't know anything about Android. I feel so bad every time I have somebody that has an Android. I'll run. I finally downloaded all of this on my husband's phone so that I could run and grab his phone if he's not using it. Unfortunately, in his business, he's on it most of the time. So every once in a while, I'll be able to grab it and kind of, you know, fumble around with it and try to help somebody get in to their Android when we're downloading everything. But if you'll notice here, I have the Android on the left and I have the iPhone on the right. So if you have any kind of variation, I know some people have like LG, and that's considered an Android, but it has a little bit different look to it maybe on some of the screens. But for the most part, this is what you should be seeing on your phone. Now, tablets do look a little different. They're spread out a little different. So if I were you, I would get used to working maybe the phone first or the tablet first, whichever you prefer, and then so that you can get really proficient in it, and then move over to another piece of equipment. But on the Android, the letter A here represents your currency. So if you select this, it will have a drop-down menu, and you can pick what currency you're wanting to trade. On the iPhone, it's up at the top, and it has an arrow that you can click on, and then when it drops down, it gives you a list of, and it's whatever's on your quotes page. Anything on your quotes page is going to be here. If these currency pairs are not in your quotes page, then you need to go and add them, and that's another training. I can't go into that as well tonight. Okay, so the next thing is, this is your trade type. Right here, it says instant execution. Now, I hope that everyone's phone says market execution, because even though they have the same action, they do mean a little bit something different. So if you're with FX Choice, you say market execution, and that's actually the best wording, because that means that they are putting your trade into the market immediately. Instant execution means they're holding it at the broker, and they're kind of banking on you maybe not doing so well, and then they keep the money for themselves instead of putting it out in the market. So I don't like dealing with any broker that does instant execution, so therefore I use FX Choice, and it does market execution. All right. Now, when you click on this, if you click on this little area right here on your Android, or if you just click on market execution or whatever's listed at the top, then a drop-down menu will unfold for both of them, and it lets you know what the pending order options are. So market execution is instant, and then these are for pending orders. So most of your swipe trades are pending, and most of my signals are market execution. Some of them are pending, most of them are market. And you really need to learn what these mean, because it's really kind of simple once you get the hang of it. But I would need my chart to show you that. I need to do that on another day, because I need to stay focused on just entering these trades. But limits and stops are basically, depending on which way price is going, whether it's going to, if it's in, I'm not going to get into it. I would take a whole rabbit trail if I did that. Anyway, we'll talk about that on another time. Oops, I went to my next one by accident. There's a question from Mac, and Mac is asking, are you in MetaTrader 4 or swipe trades? And I'm in MetaTrader 4. So this is what our screen looks like when we're in MetaTrader 4. So what I'm showing you is when you get a swipe trade and you're entering it into your phone, this is what it's going to look like. Okay, so section B on both the iPhone and on the Android, this is your lot size. And guys, unless you have $10,000 or more in your account, please don't do 1.00. That is, and if you do have 10,000 or more, then don't do this real often. You got to be very careful, okay? I'm talking in your live accounts. In your demo accounts, I would do these ever so often. They're fun to do. You get a lot of return when your trade goes into profit. But this is normally what you would do, and all you have to do is click on this and you can type over it. Type 0.01, 0.02, whatever you want to do. Or you can click on these numbers on the side and they'll subtract or add to that number. But I just always type over it. And typically your phone or your computer is going to remember, and the next time you do a trade, it automatically pulls up whatever you traded the previous time. So this is called your volume. It's also called lot size. And let's see, does he have anything? No, he doesn't have anything over there. Okay, so this is a very big part of your risk management right here as well. I recommend, especially if you're in a live account, that you do 0.02, you know, 0.02, that's about 20 cents. This is about $10 per pip, okay? And then C, right, let's see. And then C, on an Android, it's not very clear. I think it should say something, but it doesn't. But the red bar, and it's always on the left side, this is your stop loss, and the green bar is your take profit. And you can always just type right over these numbers. On the iPhone, it shows, it actually reads stop loss, and you type it in, or take profit, and you type it in. Now, if you're in a pending order, or even if you're in a market execution, if you don't put those numbers in right, it won't let the trade go through. So if you're in a buy, a market execution buy, or a buy limit or buy stop, and your stop loss is above the current price, it's going to tell you that's not right. It's not going to let you enter that. So a lot of times you just need to slow down, take a look at the trade. And let me just go back right here and say that when you get this, I would write it down. I would write down the symbol, the entry price, buy stop, the stop loss, and the take profit that you're going to enter. You really need to have that written down, because if somehow or another you go back to your swipe trade and you can't get it to pull back up, and it's scrolling through the last 10 trades that that they've sent out or whatever, I mean, you know, then it's kind of frustrating, because, you know, trading is time sensitive and you're wanting to get it in. So also, even, you know, we can copy and paste. All you have to do is on the entry price, you can click right here and it'll say, you know, successfully copied, and then you go to right here, and let's see, let me go back. So on entry price, I could hit copy, select that right there, and then go to my entry price. If this is a, oh, I don't have a pending order up. Well, if I had a pending order up here, it would say entry price, and I would just paste it, just like right here. It would say entry price, and then this would have one more bar, and it would say entry price. And so then you could just paste, and then same thing for your stop loss. You click on that, it would copy it. Then you go over to here and paste, or right here and paste, and then for your take profit. So, and then at the very end, if it's a sell or a buy, then you're going to, on F and G here, you're going to either click sell or buy. Then this part of your screen, which is E, this is just showing you the current market. I mean, some people are trying to see, you know, maybe they don't have a signal and they're trying to calculate right then, well, I'm going to enter here, and, you know, how much is 50 pips profit, how much is 20 pips stop loss? You know, they're trying to figure that out, or they see what the market's doing, or, you know, before they hit go or sell, they want to wait till it gets to a certain price, whatever. But this is showing you the current market price, and it's got your bid and your ask price. So, and the difference between those two are called the spread, and that's a little bit of the commission what the broker gets. Okay, and then somebody asked what the deviation is. I have no idea. iPhone does not have deviation, so I have no idea what that means. So I'm not covering that. We can Google it maybe. All right. No, you can't enter all three take profits. You can only enter one. I don't know what it would do if it hit take profit 1. What would it do? Close or keep going? You know, it wouldn't know what to do. So you can only enter one take profit. So you have to pick one. And but like, you know, like I said, you can do those call levels, and it's a nice loud ring whenever it reaches it, and it sends it to my email, and boy, it does all kinds of stuff. I feel like I'm at the New York Stock Exchange at 8 o'clock in the morning because it goes off loud. Okay, so as soon as you hit sell or buy, then this is the page you're going to go to. I should have switched these because this is the Android on the right. It should have been on the left, so we would have stayed consistent. But this is your Android. It goes right back to this page, and it shows you, this is the instant trades that are going on right now. It shows you your positions. It shows you any pending orders that you have going on. And so it shows you the order that you just entered. And if you click on that order, then it'll drop open, and you can double check your numbers, double check your stop loss, you know, double check your take profit, make sure you entered everything correctly. And if you need to adjust anything, both on your iPhone and on your Android, all you have to do is take your finger and swipe from right to left, okay? On whatever trade you want to edit, just swipe right to left, and you're going to get these symbols. This symbol is to close. The pencil is to modify or edit. You can change you can't change your volume. You can't go, oh wow, this trade's really doing good. Now I want to say I bought, you know, $10 per pip. They're not going to let you do that. I wish they would, but they're not. So you can change your stop loss. You can change your take profit. And if you want to trade this one again, you can hit the plus sign, and it'll open back up to the trade, so you can enter another trade on it. And then if you want to see the chart, if you want to see the the chart for OddCAD, you would hit this one and they'll take you to the chart so you can see what it's doing. Also, if you hit the close, you can do a partial close. And so say for instance on this one, it's for 2 standard lots. And so maybe you want to close 1 standard lot and take half your profit right now. So if you were at 0.70, that's $7. This is $20. This is $2. I should have one with 0.02. If it was 0.02 and you closed half of it, then you would close 0.01 and it would close half of it, which a lot of times people do that on take profit 1 or take profit 2. They'll do a partial close, and Justin actually talks about that on that. Okay, I'm reading some messages here. Okay, so Justin actually says do a partial close, and so what you would do is hit your close button and put in half of your lot size and then hit close, and it'll leave the rest of it open. Okay, so let's see here. I've got some questions. Can you do a take profit on different orders? Crystal, I'm not sure what that means. Can you do a take profit on different orders? You'll have to clarify that because I'm not understanding the question. And okay, maybe I already answered it. I see the next one says that's what I was trying to ask. Okay, I don't know. And then Jack says he's a little confused on how to enter the entry price. Okay, let me go back a little bit. And honestly, I should have had another image there. I had a hard time finding images. Okay, so these are both instant and market executions, so they don't have an entry price window. But if I had one, so this is my bad, if I had done a buy limit image, then there would be one more window up here that would say price, entry price. Let me see if any more of my images, I don't think they do. I don't think any of my images have. Okay, so none of my images have it, but there would be one more block, and it would say entry price. And if you look at your phone right now and everybody go ahead and do this. Go to MetaTrader 4. All right, we're going to do this together. Okay, and go to like you're opening a trade. Click on buy limit, and now you should see a area that says price. Do you see that? Let's see, who was asking that question? Okay, Jax, do you see that? If you went in and selected buy limit, then there would be an area, just like there's a blank for stop loss and take profit, there would also be an area to add price. And I'm waiting on, no, it's not okay to use MetaTrader 5. Okay, I'm waiting on Jax to tell me that he sees that. Did everybody open up their MetaTrader 4? And pretend like you're going to do a buy limit. And then you should see price, stop loss, take profit. And I am waiting on, okay, my screen looks just like this one. Okay, so go up to the top where it says market execution, select that, and a drop-down menu happens, and select buy limit. Elena, all I know is that it doesn't work with our platform with Forex. So I was just told to stick with MetaTrader 4. I don't use expiration. I just delete it when I'm done. Okay, got it, Jax. Very good. I'm so glad. All right, I hope everybody got that. All right, so I'm going to go back up because it looks like there's a lot of comments in here about the take profit, doing the 3 different take profits. And yes, you can actually open, now you might get into over trading if you open 3 different orders. So if you do 0.01 on one, 0.02 on another, and 0.03 on the third one, that might be okay. It just depends on your balance. If you're in demo and you have, you know, plenty of money in there, then sure, go ahead. But if you're live, you want to make sure that you are not over trading and that that you're in proper risk management. So, but yes, you can do that. You can do take profit 1, take profit 2, and take profit 3. One of the things you can do, only thing I don't like to do this is like if you entered the entry and then take profit 1, it closed, and then at take profit 1, you opened another, you had a pending order at take profit 1 to take profit 2. The only thing is I don't like that because then you're going to have to go back into that retracement period and, you know, pulling back to break even and all of that. So, but yeah, you can do 3 different orders. All right. So one is which one is micro lot, mini, and I see standard. Okay, so let me just show you really quick over here. 0.01 all the way up to 0.09 is a micro lot. So 0.01 to 0.09 is a micro. And then 0.10, I'm sorry, yeah, 0.10 to 0.90 is a mini lot. So basically it goes micro, mini, and standard. So micro is the 1, the 0 place here, that's your mini, and then this is your standard. And 1.00 is 1 standard lot, and that's about equal to $10 per pip. So if you go 10 pips drawdown, that's $100. If you do a 20 pip drawdown, that's $200. So you want to be sure that you have the resources in your account to do that. All right. Do we have any other questions in this area? Okay. Let's see. Hi, Lee. Are you able to show how to actually take a partial close? I would be able to if I'd have put that screen up here. I wish I could share my phone live or something. What is the difference between modifying a stop loss and doing the trailing stop? Trailing stop is automatic, and you can set that up. You can't set it up on your phone. You can set it up on your computer, and then it'll show on your phone. But a trailing stop is where you might set up 200 points, and that would be 20 pips. So, and you wouldn't set it up until you're 20 pips in profit. And then that way, it'll always follow the price 20 pips. And then when price comes back down, it won't let it go below the 20 pips before it closes. It'll close it out. So, but if you're just going to modify, then that's where you manually, you know, follow a trade and move your stop loss up. So normally once we get 25 pips in profit, we move our stop loss to break even, +3 or +5. And then if you get to 50 pips profit, then you move it up 25 pips profit, and so on. So we just kind of do a manual, but you can definitely do manual or trailing. Let's see. Yes, we will be I will post the recording on the channel. Let's see. By the way, a buy stop and a buy limit. I really can't go to explaining all of that part right now, because that would take me more screens, and to show you, I'd have to go into the system to show you all of that. When stop loss changes, how to calculate. I'm not sure what that, when stop loss changes, how to calculate. Can you just clarify that? I'm not sure what that means. Okay, let's see what's next here. Let's see, we showed this part. And okay, so I wanted to show you something here as well. You know how they generally put their notes down here? This is their analysis. This is why they have come up with this trade. And when, like here on the time frame, it says daily. That doesn't mean we go to the daily to enter this, okay? This just means that that's the time frame that he used when he came up with this analysis. But when we enter a trade, you can enter on any time frame at all that you want to. But I always teach, if we're going to get into a sell and the price is going up, and we're going to get into a sell, I mean, unless it's a pending order, I always say let's wait until it stops going up and it starts coming down. And I do that. I watch it on the M5. If you watch it on the daily, you might be there all day. But if you get on the M5, then you can catch it on the next downward movement. So when people ask me, when I do a signal, and they'll ask me, well, what time frame? Well, M5 always, or M1. Okay. So anyway, here he says GPB AUD sell limit, and he talks about seeing a break of structure with price. This is the last swipe trade that we got tonight that I know of. But he says here, we see a break of structure with price now rallying into the 38 to 50% into the previous support, now resistance and zone. He's talking about the Fibonacci. And you can go on your phone and click on these little symbols right here. And if you have an Android, just tap on your phone and a dial will come up, and this symbol is in one of those dials. And then the Fibonacci is a picture there that has an F on it, and you can select it, and then you can create your Fibonacci. So I'm going to go to the next page. He also talks about the chart A, B, C, D. I don't do these, so I can't show you that. I'm not that advanced yet. Remember, guys, I've only been trading about 4.5 months, so I'm not that advanced. So I'm going to show you the Fibonacci and what he was talking about. Let's look right here. He said that it's in the 38 to 50% previous support zone. So when he did this, I immediately pulled up my chart. I went to the daily, because he said it was on the daily. I drew my Fibonacci on my phone, and look, price was right here, like he said, between the 38 and the 50% zone. And so he put a sell limit right in the middle of that. So because he's expecting, typically price respects structure. And so typically price will come up to the 38, and that becomes the resistance. But once it hits it, it becomes support. But what he was saying was that price is going to come up, and then it should start dropping. So we put a sell limit on GPB AUD, and I haven't even looked at it. I don't even think that it's hit yet. No. So I have my sell limit in, and price right now is at 164.988. So it is. It's very close to hitting this, but it hasn't hit. Oh no, let's see where we go in at. 165,460. Okay, so it still has about 50 pips or whatever. So it hasn't gone up yet to hit that sell limit. So if you haven't put that in, you can still put it in. All right, let me go back to questions really quick, make sure we've got everything covered. So that's what you mean by wait for a retrace on M5. Yes, Lauren, I say that all the time. And I know if you just got into our traders chat, you probably don't know what I'm talking about, but I do a whole training on that, on the how to enter a trade after you receive a signal. And I'm not talking about entering it on the phone. I'm talking about actually, you know, looking at your chart and when to get in. So yes, I definitely want you guys to watch it on the M5, and you can pretend like this is the M5 right here. We'll just forget that it's the daily. So if we were wanting to get into a sell, if somebody said, oh, you need to go sell GPBAUD right now, go sell it, sell, 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 sell. And you go and you open your chart and you look at your M5 and you're like, well, you know, dang, that kind of looks like a buy to me right now. Well, it might be a buy right now, but you know, it's for whatever reason, the Fibonacci, the support and resistance, whatever that the person that gives the signal is looking at, and they're saying, hey, I really believe that it's going to hit this support or this resistance, and it's going to come back down. And so what I tell you is you wait. So if it's in a buy, and now this one kind of would have messed us up a little bit, but if you're going to do a sell and you look at your chart and it's like, well, it's a buy candle and up another buy candle. What I always tell everyone to do is wait till their second sell candle. If you're looking for a sell, wait on your second sell candle and then enter. Well, here's your first sell, here's your second sell, and of course, what did it do? Well, it started buying again. But all we can do is, since we can't predict, we can just have some trading plans and some guidelines to follow. Now, it doesn't mean that this isn't a sell. It just means that it's still not finished retracing. And then it will start and go into the sell pattern. But this is, and when you get into a sell and then it goes buying, that's what we call drawdown. So it's still retracing and you're going negative during this period, but that's why we have stop losses and take profits. Don't panic and jump out. If you do, you'll always be closing trades in loss, and it's going to be much harder for you to catch up and win. And like I was telling everybody today, we're going to win some, we're going to lose some. If we win 3 and lose 3, we're still going to be ahead as long as we stay in those for our take profit. Now, if you're one of those people that as soon as it gets 5 pips in profit or 10 pips in profit and it's expected to go to 25 or 50 and you jump out at 10 pips, well, if you're losing at 10, 15, 20 pips and you're always jumping out at 10 pips profit, then you're not going to be one of those who catch up. So you might want to make sure that you are having patience. And today was just a yucky day in the market. Everything was just going up and down so fast. Buys were turning to sells, sells were turning to buys. They were hitting, like GBP, JPY today. It went up, hit my stop loss by 5 pips, and then came right back down, and that's just the way it goes. It's what happens sometimes. And finally, I was just like, well, phooey on you. I'm getting out. I'm not going to, trade. I'm going to wait till you get done doing whatever it is you're going to do. And if you, let's see, I was going to look at GBP JPY just to see what it was doing, but yeah, it's still up there. It still didn't know what it wanted to do today. So anyway, I don't know if I have any more slides. Let me look. I do. Okay, so what I showed you first was the swipe trades, and I'm almost finished, guys. But here's an example of if you just got a signal and it said sell USD JPY. That means market execution. That means current price. Sell it right away. As soon as you get this signal, watch for the retrace and enter. You know, that's what that means. And I have a lot of people that keep asking, well, what's the entry price? It's market execution. It's whatever the current price is. And I don't give a lot of pendings, just sometimes. But that just means market execution. Watch the retrace and then jump in. And here's your stop loss. Oh goodness, I'm sorry, I'm yawning. And your take profit. And that's entered just like the others. Just like your swipe trade, you're going to go in at any one of your screens, okay? If you're at your chart, you can, the little pitchfork, this with the arrow thing, that's your trade button. No matter where you're at in your MetaTrader 4 on your phone, you've got this trade button, and you select that button, and that'll take you right back to, that'll take you right back here, and you can enter and see. When with market execution, it doesn't ask for price, and that it's because it's going to do whatever the current market price is. But you still enter your stop loss, your take profit, and then in this case you hit sell. Okay. All right. Let me just see if there's any more questions. Where do you post this recording, please? I will post it in the YouTube page of Living by Design, and if you're on the Traders Chat, at the very top is a pinned message, and it has the link to that chat, and I should have it in there tonight. If not, I'll have it in there tomorrow. All right, so does anyone else have any questions before we close up for the night? I hope this cleared up some things. I wish I had an image to do some other things, but that's all I have. Thank you so much, Brandon. Thank you guys, everyone. All right, I guess we got, there are lots of them. Ola, are you talking about videos, or are you talking about links? Oh, okay. It's in the one that's called IML Traders Chat. And actually now it says Dr. Jules team. So IML Dr. Jules team Traders Chat is what it says. Oops, I think I gave it to the wrong person. There you go. We have lessons or webinars Sunday night, Monday night, Wednesday night. I'm sorry, Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, Thursday night, all at the same time, all right here at the exact same imlforextraining.com. All right. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful evening, and I hope this helped you all. Happy trading, everyone.